Hello everyone, the Godfather Dictator back with the first episode. Kind of ironic considering that I uploaded like out of order all these missions. And I will use this video as the shout out video for all the donation that we had recently. And like I'm gonna keep the amount that people send private because I feel like this would create some favoritism, considering that some people would feel like the amount that they send is not as good as other people, and that wouldn't make any sense considering that I did say it's not the amount you send but the gesture of supporting the channel that matter. And another thing that's gonna clear the problem real quick is that the two people who sent the highest donation actually decided to stay anonymous, so I can't do anything about that. And it's funny because like that's the harsh truth. Like, by the way guys, you might see that there's not that much people who send donation, but it's not because some of you were too cheap to even send $2. That some of you weren't actually more generous in sending me more than what I actually asked for, and that show you that these people like really support without any limit, in a way that yes, a monetary limit, but that they're doing it like for me, for the channel, because they really enjoy the video. And like I really appreciate that. So first of all, we're gonna start with the first donation. And also I have to mention like him again, and I feel like I mentioned him in a lot of video, but I don't have a choice, man, because he's the first person that ever supported me, and that's Big Benedict. Like that's the first donation I ever received for this channel was from Big. And that shows you that Big has a channel, he's busy with walkthrough, and yet he constantly support my channel, and he has zero obligation to do that. So that shows you how awesome Big is, and I'm happy that he actually chose my channel to support. But I do feel like if he's supporting me, it's because he feel like the time I put in my video and all is worth it. That's what I'm thinking. And that's why I've been trying to do some kind of co-op project with him where I could do some type of similar thing that I'm doing with Rester for Ninja Gaiden Sigma, like a road to something. I wanted maybe to do it with Devil May Cry, but I guess when I asked him at the time, he already started his walkthrough, and I guess he didn't want to like start at the beginning just to do a dual commentary with me. Well, I don't know the exact story, guys. I won't pretend like I know what happened, but I'm still saying like the door is open for that Big. If you ever want to do a dual like project with me, not necessarily playing co-op, but me doing a commentary while we're doing while you're playing a certain game, and that I can help you out, it would be my pleasure to do that. So after this, I'm gonna have to click the donation, of course, in order. After this, the second donation I received, like the person didn't decide to stay anonymous, but he didn't want me to do a shout out for his username, and he wanted me to do it for a YouTube channel, and I respect that. I mean, that's your own right. You sent the donation, me, I sent a personal message to each people who donated, and I asked if they wanted me to do the shout out, what username they wanted me to use. But this person didn't want me to use his name or anything. He wanted me to do a shout out for another channel, so I'm doing it right now. The shout out is to the channel of The Golden One, and how to find it is really simple. Is you type on YouTube The Golden One, and this is like the first channel that will pop. It's pretty simple to find, to be honest. There's no secret there. That's what I mean. Like, you won't have a hard time finding that. So that's the shout out for the channel. After this, okay, we're gonna go with the next donation. Well, somebody sent me a donation, and when I sent in the message of all thanks, he said, "Hey man, no problem. Really good to hear you got 4 donations already. To be honest, this is the first donation I've made to a channel. I really appreciate all the hard work that goes into making your video." And the shout out is to Matt Donald. That's his username. So man, thank you. Like, you're amazing. Okay, after this, let's see. I'm gonna, because I still have to click like the other donation. Well, after this, there's my friend Rester that sent me a donation, and that like he didn't want to stay anonymous, obviously, but Rester couldn't even afford to send me a donation, and yet he did, bro. You're fucking awesome. And I can't say anything special to him because I was talking on a Ray call at the time when gave me the donation, or I was talking on Steam anyway. So, bro, you're awesome. We'll continue the project. We'll, like, whenever we can, whenever you get your PS3 back, to be honest, because I would like to finish that project that we started long ago. After, we'll go with the next donation, and I may feel like if I miss one, it's because if I sent a message personally and the person didn't reply back, I can't do anything for this, just saying. So if I forgot someone, make sure that you reply to my message that I sent you on my personal email. And this way, if I forgot about the donation and you wanted me to do a shout out, I will do it in the next video, because like I said, I don't want to skip anyone here, okay? After this, well, again, there's 2 donations that were anonymous, and they're the 2 highest donation, but I can still read the message, I feel, and like, okay, I will still read the message because it won't spoil like who gave that, you know. And he says, I don't usually donate money, and I'm not doing this for a shout out. Ever since seeing your Ninja Gaiden No Damage run, I immediately subscribed. I would be upset if you left the community, because we need more uploader like you who do this for fun instead of obligation like YouTube partner. Well, I'm still a YouTube partner, and I'm doing it for fun at some point, that's true. But I'm still doing it like hoping to reach an objective at some point, you know. But yes, I do it for fun for you guys because I enjoy providing great content, that's true. And he said, I don't need a shout out, I'm doing this because I like your video and just want to say that I want to remain anonymous, thanks. And that's it, I'm not spoiling who that person is, and that was the highest donation that person sent, by the way. So like, big thanks to the person who decided to stay anonymous. I know it is, you guys won't. That's fine with me. After this, another donation from my old French buddy. Well, not that he's an old French buddy, what I mean is that I've been playing with him since Resident Evil 5 with H. Shyper at the time. And it's my good friend Bru Bru 3D. And it sounds a lot better in French with the accent. I'll do it Bru Bru 3D. Because his name is Bruno. And Bruno sounds better in French. Like, I don't know, that's just my simple opinion. But I really hope, bro, that we'll be able to play again soon, man, some Metal Gear. He started to play some Metal Gear recently. But of course, he's doing the single player, and I asked him if we could play maybe some multiplayer. So maybe later. Who knows, man? Hopefully we'll play. And after this, well, there's one donation that was... He didn't send me back a message, but he didn't say that he wanted, like, to stay anonymous. Yeah, so anyway, somebody else sent me a donation. I sent him a thanks, of course. I did send a personal thanks to all the people. If you see the email, godfather.dictator, sorry, at like gmail.com, that's my personal email. Okay, so another donation, he says this donation is from Frank Rubin. So thank you, Frank Rubin. Like, even if you didn't send me a username, man, like, big thanks. And with all of this, okay, now, if I forgot a donation, remind me in the comment, guys. Didn't want to skip anyone, that's the truth, you know me. Like, I did say that all donations were equal, even the people that sent more money. And what, like, that shows you, and that's where, like, I want to, like, what can I say? How can I say it? That's where, like, it shows you that we have a much more active community than what we thought. Because if we didn't, we would have never reached the amount of donation we did, like, that fast. Because it took, like, 3 to 4 days, guys. And that shows you how amazing you were. And I feel like it's not because some of you don't comment on all the single, like, all my, every single video, that you're actually not supporting me, because you all did. And I wish that for that, though, that people would get more involved in commenting on video. Not because it mattered that much, but I feel like seeing videos with a lot of comment and a lot of interaction, like, makes new subscriber who come and watch the channel, how can I say this? It makes them feel like there's a friendly community there on the channel. Like, it's pretty logic. But the more people comment and the more you feel like it's friendly and more personal, well, the more new people will feel more welcome, if that makes any sense. So that's why, guys, I like with all these donation and stuff, I don't want you guys to give up about like this community. That's what I mean, is like we did see that we could get the support when I asked for it, and that's amazing and all. But I want us to keep, you know, growing and keep being more active so that actually we can get a bigger no damage community. And I will talk a lot about that in my intro whenever I post it, because I do talk about myself in the intro. I feel like it's important. And even if the intro has been done for a while now, I do say in the intro that like, and that doesn't change anything right now, but I did say that sometimes before Last of Us and all that crap, that I was asking for donation and people didn't really know who I was. Well, now you're starting to know who I was, because I was talking very frankly and saying like the honest truth about what was happening with my PC and all, you know, so some of you guys really like caught what I was trying to say. But in my intro video, I really talk about myself on the more personal level, on like what happened, certain like big event in my life that changed basically where I am today, and that made me start to do like no damage run and all that stuff. Like it's a long story. It's a long story short of my life, and yeah, that's it. You will see it when I post it. It will be in a Binding of Isaac video. And that's about it. That's all I wanted to say, guys, about that, because it did prove that with all the donation that we have a really great community, man. Some of you are like much more active than I thought, and seriously, you guys are all amazing, man. And not only the people that donated, but anyone else who's been supporting the channel like for a really long time. I really appreciate it. And now this mission, like I will start getting into the gameplay. It's the first mission, but you see that I went through the trouble of extracting the commander from the Watson barrack. Even though it's not needed, you will honestly get more point if you strictly go here and just escort the prisoner out, because you will get an easy no traces, compared to right now that I end up wasting a bunch of time trying to rescue the prisoner, because the pattern was totally different at the time that I got there. And again, that's me that wanted to, how can I say, I wanted to make the mission more harder, you know, by extracting the commander from the Watson barrack. But, let's be honest, you don't have to go through, like, that much trouble. This mission is really easy if you go just really straight for the town. And sorry, I just ate something and I was kind of digesting. I wanted to burp, but that's why I was talking weird 2 seconds ago. So yeah, this mission, man, like it's not new to anyone anyway. Like there must have been a bunch of no traces for this mission, because it's not our mission, but going through the extra like task, if you want, because one is a task to extract the Wasim barrack commander, but it's much more easier, like I said, to just go straight to this place. And this video, man, is pretty long, because in here I was trying to see if I could jump over that ledge there. And yeah, this video is pretty long, but I feel like the mission isn't. If you go straight like here, I think that it takes, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes, if you're lucky with the guard pattern. Another thing also is that that mission, and here he did hear the door open. I assume I wanted to do a distraction from one side, then he would come check the other side, and I would go rescue the prisoner. But it seems that it's gonna be the opposite. I did the distraction, I opened the door, then the second distraction, then I'm going to go save the prisoner. Everything doesn't always work out as we planned to in the beginning. And that's always the nice thing with the sneaking suit, is that you don't have to worry about when you're crouching down. You won't make any noise behind the enemy, because that's the point of the sneaking suit. And I don't know what the fuck he was talking about right there, the guy's on the radio. And that's it. After this, once you reach a certain place, what you will do is you will call your chopper to another drop, because you don't want to encounter the skull. And if, for example, you're doing this mission for the first time ever, you don't have a choice but to encounter the skull, because selecting another landing zone isn't possible the first time you do this mission, because you actually have to unlock that, and you have to go to Mother Base and all that stuff before actually doing it. And also, here I did press the button, but because I'm keeping the sound real low here, you didn't hear it. But when he says, I have something to say to you, like the magic phrase, boss, like, and he said, kept you waiting, huh? And then if you press the action button, triangle, he will say, kept you waiting, huh? And I did it, but you can't hear it because the sound is too low. And that's all, again, for copyright purpose, because I had too much copyright pop up recently, especially for really old walkthrough like Darksider, Batman Arkham Origin. I mean, it's been years that I uploaded that, and then they popped me some copyright like that late. So again, guys, man, I hope that this was good enough shout out for all of you guys. If I did forget anyone, remind me in the comment below, guys. I didn't want to skip anyone in the donation, because all your donation are extremely appreciated. And seriously, guys, man, like, look, I'm back on my feet right now because of you. Because if not, like all the other people, honestly, that were too cheap. Because that, in my opinion, man, people who can send $2 seriously are fucking cheap, or you're greedy as hell, man. I don't know. But it doesn't make any sense to me that some people can go through that small effort of supporting a channel that I'm doing a lot of effort to bring you like this type of gameplay and all that stuff. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed as usual, and I will see you later. Peace out.